put on no radio, no television, and told the people that Elijah Muhammad was a false prophet, did he? He never tried to stop me from teaching. He's not trying to stop me right now, is he? So it's on your hands. If you choose the devil over God, it's on your hands. Even the devil himself is telling you that you're making a mistake. As it is written, the majority will also be wrong in the coming of God in the last days, because it says, as it was in the days of Noah and Lot, so shall it be when the Son of Man comes, which is God himself. I thank you for listening. I thank you for coming to hear the truth. And I hope that you will accept the truth for yourself and your families. I hope you will be able to avoid the great divine chastisement and terrible punishment coming upon our people for rejecting God and his last and greatest messenger, Elijah Muhammad. As far as the Caucasian white man is concerned, Allah is not trying to convert them or change them, because they've already been scheduled for hell. He's not trying to convert him. In fact, you can't convert him no way. He said all the prophets have tried to convert the devil and they were unable. So they have all agreed that the devil is 100% wicked and will not keep and obey the laws of Islam, so they have to be destroyed, have to be murdered. Allah is going to kill the devil. Why? Because they have been found already 100% wicked and evil. They will not keep and obey the laws of Islam. Is that clear? You cannot reform a devil. So he's not even trying. The prophet sent to the white man to reform them was Jesus, and he had him put to death. The prophet sent to the so-called Negroes is Elijah Muhammad. You would have liked to have him put to death, but Allah got him out in a secret divine manner at the time when they were getting ready to try to kill him. They had a death plot out against Elijah Muhammad. But Allah got his messenger out. There are some, especially on the movement, oh, I don't believe that. I don't care what you believe. Is that clear? Allah promised his messenger, I will get you out. Common sense ought to tell you, how could he be called the last and greatest messenger of God, and he died over there, a miserable death in Chicago, and buried over there in some segregated cemetery in Chicago? How could you, what's great about that burial? How could he be the last and greatest if he's dead and buried in Chicago? Do you understand? Even Moses, Pharaoh, that we just mentioned to you, even Pharaoh had a more honorable burial than that. His body was mummified to last for thousands of years. Even Jesus had a greater burial than that. His body was placed in a glass tube. His body was embalmed by the Egyptians to last for 10,000 years, and his body is right now in Omar's temple in Jerusalem. That's the 33rd degree secret of the Masonics. And look what they do. In order to see the body of Jesus, they got to go to the Pope of Rome, of all people, and get a certificate from the Pope of Rome. And then this is part of his final ritual, it's part of his final degree. And then he goes there to Omar's temple. He has to take off his shoes because it's a holy place, holy shrine. Then they handcuff him to two black men. And they take him in to show him the body of Jesus in a glass tube with mirrors reflecting in 4 different directions, so that he won't know the exact position the body is actually buried in. So in case they've tried to break the tube, you understand, let air come in which would disintegrate the body, they don't know what position it's actually in. When they look up, they see the body. When they look down, they see the body. Right or left, they see the body of Jesus. So they don't know the exact position he actually is in. Then after he looks at that body, then they take him to an open window and show him a replica of a black man wallowing in the mud. Then they tell the devil, someday that black man in the mud is going to rise up out of the mud and come back and rule you. Right. The devil, all the high degree devils know this. I was always taught when I was a child, someday Ethiopia is going to rise up. The black man is going to rise up and rule again. When you taught that too? Think about it. This day has come. The very first question that God brought to Elijah Muhammad in lesson, the student enrollment, who is the original man? And he told him, he said, the original man, the first man, is the Asiatic black man. He's the maker, he's the owner, he's the cream of the planet Earth, and he is the God of the universe. Right. Think about this now. That first self-created God was a black God. That all came from him. Is that clear? So we say all praise is due to Allah for the truth. Now you've heard the truth, you want to accept it, you're welcome to it. If you want to reject it, you're welcome to that also. But when the punishment comes, you can't reject that. They'll have no choice in that. When you see the punishment coming, you can't say, well, I reject you also. No, you have to take the punishment. Is that clear? What would the punishment be coming from? Some of you might be already under divine chastisement. In case you're wondering why you're being chastised, because you rejected divine guidance. And if you want to know will the chastisement be lifted, no, it will not be lifted. It's going to get worse. Is that clear? If God wants you, he will cause you to see the truth. If he don't want you, he won't allow you to see the truth. That means you are scheduled for hell. I'm not worried. I already had the truth. When I heard it, I was just like you. The same dog that bit you snagged me. So you had no excuses. Whatever you was in, whatever you believe, I was in the same thing. Is that clear? When I heard the truth, I recognized it as the truth and I accepted it.